Excuse me, ma'am. Please get back to me. Vacant where? In this queue? That true. Let's fill in. Fill in that. That's great.
क्या कमी रह गई देखो और सुधार करो। जब तक ना सफल हो नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़कर मत भागो तुम। कुछ किए बिना ही जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती। And with that powerful reminder that no challenge is too big when effort is relentless, let's charge into today's session with passion, purpose, and open minds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All of us present in the auditorium are thoroughly enjoying our time at Sri Balaji University, Pune. You may be curious about the purpose of our gathering today. I kindly ask the student managers to withhold their excitement momentarily, as we have an esteemed speaker who will soon reveal the purpose.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Atharva Karaskhede, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development, specializing in finance.
And I, Shrishti Patle, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development, specializing in finance, will be the masters of the ceremony.
We are thrilled to extend a sincere welcome to our esteemed guests, faculty members, and fellow students gathered here today. Your presence significantly enriches the importance of this occasion. We have the privilege of hosting a very special guest speaker, Mr. Hrishikesh Deshmukh, Director of SS&C Technologies, who will share his valuable insight with us this evening. On behalf of Sri Balaji University, we would like to extend our gratitude by inviting Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan, Director, BIM HRD, and Dr. Shweta Banerjee, Deputy Director, BIM HRD, to present a bouquet as a token of appreciation.
Sir, it is with immense pleasure that I take this opportunity to share notable aspects of Sri Balaji University, Pune. Our engagements extend beyond mere interaction with corporate leaders. We benefit from rigorous training, coaching, and mentorship by industry professionals. This comprehensive preparation empowers all student managers at Sri Balaji University to distinguish themselves in the corporate realm, evident in our exceptional placement record of 97%. The university's success is strengthened by robust processes tailored to contemporary industry demands, a dynamically updated curriculum, and an unwavering commitment to rigorous training and placement initiatives.
We are pleased to announce that Sri Balaji University Pune has achieved a commendable rating in prestigious Times B School Survey 2024. This honor underscores our commitment to nurturing the career ambitions of our student managers. I would also like to share that SBUP is #1 private university in Maharashtra and Western India. Sri Balaji University Pune holds the prestigious position of being 4th ranked private university in India. SBUP secures the 9th position among the top 100 B schools in India and 12th position overall. In terms of placement, SBUP has excelled, attaining the rank of top 13 B schools for placements and an impressive 7th position among private B schools in all over India. Srushti, I believe it's now relevant for our student managers to listen to our guest speaker.
Yes, Atharv, fair enough. For this, I would like to call student manager Ms. Sakshi to introduce our esteemed guest.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sakshi Parate, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development in Finance. It's given me immense pleasure to introduce a truly inspiring professional, Mr. Hrishikesh Deshmukh, CFA. Mr. Deshmukh is a problem solver and a lifelong learner with a remarkable career spanning over 18 years. He currently serves as the Director of Products at SS&C Technologies, where he leads strategic product innovation in the private market space. His work includes driving automation, enhancing client engagement, and simplifying complex financial workflows across platforms like Geneva and TNR. An MBA graduated from Nirma University and a CFA holder since 2012. Mr. Deshmukh combines deep business insights with strong technical enterprise. His background covers diverse areas such as big data analytics, natural language processing, real estate administration, and investment analysis. Prior to SS&C, he held key roles at BNY Mellon, Credit Pointy, and Birla Sun Life AMC, where he contributed significantly to digital transformation and fund migration and strategic reporting. Beyond his professional achievement, Mr. Deshmukh is a strong supporter of India's startup ecosystem and is actively involved in mentoring and social ventures, notably investing in Jenny on Hire, a platform offering micro-internship to students for real-world learning. He is also a dedicated volunteer with CFA Society India, contributing meaningful to the investment and finance community. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Deshmukh. We are truly honored to have you with us, sir. Sir, the stage is yours.
Hi, am I audible? Thank you. Thanks for nice introduction. It was AI generated. Yeah, nowadays I know many of you also write essays in AI generated and submit it. But thanks. Thanks Balaji Institute for inviting me today for the interaction with you all. And believe me, thanks to you, because you are there on time, sitting, attentive and trying to listen what I'm trying to tell you. Because I have seen me sitting in similar sittings during my college days. I used to sit at the last bench and thinking, ye banda kab khatam karega, so I can go back and take some rest in dorm. But now if you'll ask me, I'll say no, I should have paid a little bit more attention that time. It may have contributed a bit more in my journey. Definitely, so today I'm not going to give you some theoretical lecture or anything. There was a nice question, one of your student coordinator asked me, what are the qualities you think are important for us to be successful in corporate world? So something I'm going to tell about my own experiences, what I did, what I learned over the period, and just discuss about that. So going to the first slide, anybody knows what this picture indicates or depicts, any importance of this picture, this building, what is the importance of this building? I don't think so, because I know you are all the junior, maybe 1 week, 2 week old in this institute. Yeah. So sir knows the importance of this building, but I'll tell you what was the importance for me. I used to wait many days, I waited many days in front of this building, night 8:30, 9 p.m. for then my girlfriend and now wife. She used to have classes there, and I used to wait for her to come out, and then we could go for a dinner. She never missed her classes. Okay? And I used to bunk my classes. I was in Ahmedabad Nirma Institute. I used to bunk my classes, come to Pune every month to meet her. And she never missed her classes. She always completed her classes and then came to meet me. My wife hails from a small town called Jamshedpur. She went there in a government school, and that also in Bengali medium. She completed her education till 10th standard in Bengali medium. But one day, she used to get this English newspaper. Many of us may have seen that. In the English newspaper, there is a middle page where there is a full-size advertisement. So one day, she saw an advertisement of some shoes company. She don't remember the name, but she remembered the photo. The photo was of Lonavala, the shooting point of Lonavala, lush green valley with lots of waterfalls coming down, and it was mesmerizing. And my wife got mesmerized. She said, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there and settle. So she had this dream. She decided that she has the dream of going there and locating that beautiful valley, which is nearby Pune. Luckily, it was near to Pune by my luck. So she had this dream coming from a small town. And I believe she was not the only one related to this building who had this dream. Balaji sir, who founded this institute, also had this dream. Even though he started with a small building, he had the dream of creating a world-class institution for the student to attend. But both of them have this common thing, that both of them had a big dream which they followed through. But does only having the dream is enough? I don't think so. So my wife went to small school. She was in Bengali medium. But after she decided that she wants to go to a big city, she worked on that. She got admission to graduation college in Pune, and she topped her college, even though she came from Bengali medium and she went to English medium. And then she even topped in her MBA college. The same ICMHRD, she was the alumni of ICMHRD. So there was an important quality she had, discipline and dedication. So these two things help her to come from a small town and be successful in a big city. And she's working in Apple. It's the biggest company in the world. And she's working there. That has got it. She got there because of discipline and dedication. And I like to contrast this a bit with my own journey. I studied in a best school in Pune, CBSE board, English medium. I went to a very good college. So I had a very good upbringing. By God's grace, had a good intellect. So when I decided to do MBA, I was able to crack multiple exams. I cracked CAT. I even got 8 to 9 MBA calls. I even got an IM call. But I was lacking something. I was having many dreams. I also was dreaming to work in a big company or go to US and all those things. But what I was lacking maybe was a discipline, dedication. And that was seen when I was able to convert only one college out of 8 to 9 calls during my interview. Because there, the people were able to see if I really have that kind of dedication and discipline. During college also, I didn't fully understand the importance of dedication or discipline. I put a lot of time on coming to Pune and meet my girlfriend. Because we were allowed to attend only 80% of the college, which is not the case of ICMI, this Balaji Institute. I know they are huge on discipline, and 100% attendance is mandatory, I suppose, which was a good thing. But I got the importance of discipline, dedication during my job. When I entered the job, when I got my first job, and that was also not easy, mind you, since I was not very serious during college, I was able to manage passing marks. My CGPA was above average, but they were not good for many companies which came for placement. I was not able to clear their cutoff. So I had to settle for a sales job. I did my MBA in marketing, so it was okay. I joined a sales job in a mutual fund company, which is a finance heavy company. And once I entered the job market, I got to know that no, only knowing things, only having some intelligence is not useful. You have to be disciplined. You have to put the dedication in your efforts. And that time, I started working on the next thing which will help me. And I started preparing for CFA. I started giving my CFA, and to tell you, it was really hard. I was doing a full-time job, and it was pre-COVID. You have to go to job every day. There was no work from home. And during the second level of my CFA, I became father. So I had a crying baby at home, and still I have to go to office daily and then study for 2 to 3 hours per day. But that's the time when I understood the importance of discipline, because even though these many disruptions were there, I was able to clear level 2 and level 3 because I was putting discipline time every day. That's why the discipline is very important. The next lesson I'll say I learned during time was taking risk. Now, why taking risk is very important? Because you have got a dream, you have also discipline. But if you want to grow in the corporate, you need to start taking risk. And this risk is something will give you the reward. You must have heard many times that not taking risk is the biggest risk. But how do you take risk? Because everyone will also tell you, you need to calculate your risk. So I'll give you an example. You have 2 people, okay? And you are asked to ask one of them to jump a bridge. But the specialty about this bridge is the bridge is broken. There is a 6 to 7 feet wide gap between the one end and the another end. Now these 2 people, you know about their background. One person, the first person, is a athletic. He's not a long jumper, but he's active for last 10, 15 years. He runs daily. He runs around 10, 15 kilometers. He do exercise. He's fit. He has a good diet. And second person is a office going. He has not run a kilometer in last 10 years. He has put on some weight. He is not athletic person. So whom will you choose? Will it be first person or the second person? First person. So what did you do? So there is a risk that somebody who is trying to jump the bridge may fall and get injured or even die. Now you calculated risk, so what is the highest risk? Is it for first person or second person? So you did that based on the qualities and the discipline and the work that first person is doing. So that's where the important calculation of risk comes in. So when you have a discipline yourself, you can always find out your strengths and weaknesses. And using that, you can understand what kind of risk I can take and what kind of risk I cannot. And then here comes the importance of taking small challenges. So I'll give example of, again, coming to my life. When I decided that I want to give CFA, was it easy? CFA was a very big risk for me. That time the fees was $1,000 for one exam. And I didn't have anything in major finance. I had only 2 subjects in finance. I didn't like finance as such. So how did I decide that I want to do CFA? So I took a smaller risk. I decided that I'll take a challenge of a NSC DATE exam. That time, this DATE exam used to be pretty difficult. 70% was the passing mark, and people used to fail a lot. So I decided that if I'm able to pass this exam, then I'll go for the CFA exam. So I took a first challenge of studying for that exam, passed that exam, and then went to the first level, second level, third level. So you need to find your challenges and step up the challenges. Again, many of you must be looking at that there is a huge money which you need to get. You need to get a package of 7 lakh. You need to get a package of 12 lakh. It is a mindset of human that they run behind the money. But I'm telling you, don't run behind money, run behind challenges. Because if you are running behind challenges, the money will come eventually. Money will always come. And then you'll have a problem of how to utilize that money, because you already conquered the challenges. But if you'll run behind the money, you'll get good money. But then along with money, the challenges will always be there. And if you are not ready, you are not disciplined, you are not learned how to deal with challenges, too many challenges will overwhelm you. Then it will bring with it the stress, depression, hypertension, all these things. And in that case, even though you have money, you may not be able to use it because you are too burdened by the challenges. That's the reason you pursue the challenges and not only the money. These are the important lessons which I learned during my journey. Now, the last but important, it may not feel like very much connected with what I have talked till now, but it is very important because you are just at the starting of your MBA, which is networking. All of you, who all are on the LinkedIn? Everybody. Great. And most of you must have done this in the past or have seen someone doing. You send an invitation, connection request to somebody, and as soon as that person accepts it, you send a resume asking, can I get a job? Or can I get an internship? Has anyone done this? Okay, good thing. So you need to understand that this kind of strategy won't be helping you in the long term. I'll give you a very good, like how you should work on. So there must be some finance related students here, right? So let's consider you want to join a financial institute, or let's say private equity. You want to go into private equity as an investment banker. And that's why you want to connect with people. So are you going to directly go and start sending invitations to people and start asking for a job? No. What you need to understand is, what is the industry role in India for a private equity or an investment banker? What exactly role does a person play in India? Because there is a difference between what literature says for a US or European market and for India. Once you get it, then you need to identify what kind of role you are looking for. Because there is a very different roles in India as well. So there are GCCs or banks, back offices in India who also have investment banking related roles, which are very much more of a doing work on the back end. But the pay is good, the starting pay is good. Then there are jobs or job roles which are very specific to accounting or valuation related in India. And those are for the smaller companies. But the starting packages are pretty low compared to the GCCs or the MNC companies. And then there are very niche roles, which are like small angel investor or small private equity investor who have their small family offices. There, the role is very extensive, very exposure driven, lot of interesting things, but you may end up working free or at a very less salaries. But all these three roles have a different trajectory in the future. So the first role of GCC, getting a promotion, growing there, is not that easy. Even though it may be easy for few people, it may not be satisfying, because even after many years, you end up doing the back office work for some front office company in US. While if you are in a smaller company doing the actual valuation and accounting work, you may end up in a much bigger role where you are actually working on M&A and investment banking in coming years. And if you are a part of a very small niche company, that is not paying very well at the initial stage, it may pay very handsomely. You can even start your own investment bank or even private equity in few years. So once you have decided what you want to do, you need to find out the people who are working in the specific industries. Try to first read what these people are writing, what content they are posting on their LinkedIn profile or outside. Read them, understand them, digest them, and then ask for advice to them. Because one thing you will always get free in India or anywhere in the world, that's advice. So if you will ask that to these people, they will definitely try to help you. Because if you directly barge in someone's home and ask them that you want to live there, nobody is going to allow you. But if you create the trust, if you create the client of relationship with these people themselves will help you to get the kind of job you are looking for. So this is very important that you focus on what kind of people you want to connect and the content instead of reaching out and directly asking for a job. Coming back to, so we spoke about like dreaming big, which is very important. You should always dream, even if it is big, small. Keep those goals in front of you. Dedication, discipline, very important pillar. You have to have the discipline and dedication to achieve your dreams. You need to put skill, you need to take risk, you need to start learning how to get the challenging work, because if you take challenges, money will follow. And not but the least, networking. You need to network smartly, not just ram through the messengers and get the invitations and resumes in. Yep, so that's it from my side. If anyone has any question very specific to any role in finance related or sales, like investment banking, credit rating or something, you can ask the questions. We can open it for 5 to 10 minutes, but very specific. Or any other question related to presentation or the talk, I'm open for them. Anyone? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So international finance, it's a very good question, because when I was trying to find out what are the courses best if you want to grow, there were very few available. So as I said, if you are interested into this, so there are 2-3 parts. The finance is a very broad area. Finance has a smaller areas, you can say investment. So when you say investment related, it's everything related to how you can analyze, value certain asset and then invest into it. The other part of finance is the accounting related or audit related, all those things. So once you decided what exactly you want to do, so if you want to go into investment related industry, there are courses like CFA, then there is a FMR, then there are many other courses, CCA and other things, which are foreign university offered, which you can start trying. So the beauty of CFA, they also have other courses, is you can just give level 1, and since it is a globally accepted certification, it like qualifies you at a certain level. So it is like saying if you pass 10 standard in India, you cannot compare it with any standard in US or Europe. But if a person has passed level 1 of CFA in India, it is considered as at par with any person in the world who has passed level 1. Similarly, if you want to do like accounting related, so there are the US designation or even UK designations which can be done. Because there are IFRS, which is a US accounting system, there is a GAAP, which is the international accounting system, which you may need to study. So there is a different like industries, and each industry has their own exams and certification. So what you can start doing is like first try to understand what does that role means. So are you interested more in investment related? Are you interested more in the accounting related or some audit related, taxation related? Once you understand that, then try to find out the courses related to that specific. Yeah? I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Shubham Sharma. I am from Marketing, BIM Chartered Institute.
Yeah.
One of your last slides showed that we should focus on making networking, or like on LinkedIn and all. So there are many big leaders on LinkedIn. So we know we have to connect with them and all. But how we can do connect, or how we can do message to them so we get noticed in their eyes and all. So like we want any internship, jobs and all, anything, how to connect with them so they notice our message and we can put our thought in front of them.
Right. It's very good question. So as I said that everyone likes to give advice and everyone likes when you give some valuable compliment or comment on their content. So many of the leaders, not all, it may not be possible that every leader you are trying to connect with is there on LinkedIn or is writing content. But what you can do, the people you follow, if you have 3 people, 4 people list, the leaders list, you can at least follow their content. See what they are trying to write. That will give you idea as to what is their thought process. Then you can do some more research of your own into that content and ask relevant question or put a relevant comment. So give an example, there is a Neil Borate, he's a ET Money editor. He writes lots of articles related to different consumer finance in India, like credit card debt, home loan debt, anything. So if you want to connect with this person, what will you do? You read his articles, ask relevant questions. If a same person is asking question in his 10 or 15 comment, the leader or the guy will start remembering that person, right? He will start connecting with that person because he's asking relevant. He's not asking job in each comment. He's asking valuable comments or content in his comments. That is when after 1 month, 2 months, you reach out to that person and say, okay, I've been interacting with you for 2 months and I feel if given a chance, I can work with you or your company as an intern. Maybe not everyone because there has to be some opportunity also at their place. But at least 20 to 20% of this leader will definitely say, yes, let me try because I have seen you commenting, I have seen you creating content, I understand your thought process and I can vouch for that wherever you'll work, you'll try to put that much efforts in your internship, which is the most important from the leader's perspective. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Sir?
I think we are good.
Sir,
Yeah. Okay, I think last question.
good evening, sir. Myself, Shivam from Finance. I have the question like as you have mentioned that we should settle for the average package, but at the same time the irony is the many of us are on education loans, so we are also attracted to the higher packages. So I would like to know that what is your take on it? Like, is there any decision making factor in it?
A very good question, and I did my full education on a education loan. So I understand the pressure of education loan. But again, what I'm saying, it's a short term against long term, right? So in the short term, if you get a package of 12 lakhs, you understand that they are going to put that kind of challenging role on you. So either you be ready for that role and be ready that, okay, I'm going to have that stress and I need to manage that. Or if you start following the challenges, because look, in any company now, even you have 2 problems, okay? You have problem of the crossing bridge. The person who is going to cross the bridge, who is capable of jumping, he is going to get money, right? Or you are going to give money to the second person who cannot jump the bridge, but you are going to ask the first person to face the challenge and jump. No, right? So in a company also it's the same. They will always prefer a person who can go there and douse a fire or who can solve the issue to be paid higher and retain that rather than pay a person higher money but is not able to handle the challenges, or is complaining, okay, I'm having breakdown, I have depression, I have hypertension, I need a leave, I need a medical leave. We don't keep these kind of people. A person who is taking too many medical leaves nowadays is not, it may be happening in Tata, but MNC and others don't do that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. We can interact later, maybe. We can take? Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
My question is, how can we evaluate ourselves?
Hmm.
Like if interviewer asks us, what do you expect?
Hmm.
What do you expect the package should be for you?
Correct.
How can we evaluate how much we worth?
Very, very good question. And when you are asking, so when you reach, the interview asks, what is your expectation for package? And people say like, I want 12 lakhs, I want 15 lakhs. So interview will always have question, how do you define that, how you even say that I want that kind of package? So your answer should be always defining, like always justifying your role for the company rather than on the package. So what you can prepare, so the role is that the sales management or even sales analytics. So what you can tell, first thing, whenever there is a company interview, always read JD. Always, the most important part of any job interview is the JD. I have seen so many interview candidates coming for interview without reading JD, and I have directly rejected them because they didn't read the JD. So read the JD, understand what is role, understand what contribution you can do. If you can tell, okay, this is the expectation of your company from this role. My these points or my these strengths which I have already proven can add value in these steps. So I feel I can fit in here, and since I have proven that I am more than want or I am more than ready to put extra efforts to go to the next mile. Based on that, I feel that I should be paid at par with a experienced person at this level. And if you look at the industry, you have numbers, you have Google and ChatGPT at hand. You can look for what are the salaries and packages across industry. Give a reasoning that at this level, if person is delivering this kind of output, this kind of salaries are usually paid in outside companies. So I think I can be paid at that level. You don't say I want 15 lakh, I want 10 lakh. You tell them this is kind of work which is getting paid outside. So since your company is as big or as good as those companies, you can pay that kind of package to me.
Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It's the spark that lights a fire of joy in your soul. For this purpose, I call upon State Student Manager Safal Rai from BIIB and Student Manager Shubham Sharma from BIMHRD to present a token of gratitude to Hrishikesh Deshmukh sir.
Thank you, Safal and Shubham, for this gesture filled with appreciation and respect. As we begin to bring this enriching session to a close, it's time to express our heartfelt thanks in words. To do the honors, I now invite on stage Student Manager Vaishali, who will deliver the formal vote of thanks on behalf of all of us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishali Agrawal, Junior Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development, specializing in finance. On behalf of Sri Balaji University, Pune, I extend my sincere thanks to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Hrishikesh Deshmukh, for taking out time from his busy schedule to join us today. Sir, your insightful words have truly enlightened us and made this session even more meaningful. I would also like to thank our respected Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, and faculty members who guided us at every step and ensuring everything was perfectly planned. Special appreciation goes to all our dear students and attendees. Thank you for your active participation. Your presence made the event even more special. At last, I would like to sum up the session by saying that dream big, discipline your path, take risk, and embrace challenge. These are the steps to greatness. Once again, thank you, sir, for gracing this event with your presence and sharing such an inspiring thought. Thank you.